tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Better kill it and did it again. With the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it.
Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it.
I just got bags from Prada. Rolling up. I'm in a brand new model.
All right, Coach, thank you. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, Mass. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Miami Dolphins and the New England Patriots. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Set 70, Indy. Yeah. Go on. What? Hurry.
The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Now Joe Mixon. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. Now it's Mixon running right. He'll have a first down past the 40. Give him 15 yards on that one, and New England has a first down. Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Mixon with a first down carry. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. We should mention, to go along with a great game he had last week, he was rightfully named AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
And he shares that with his offensive line, the tight end, his fullback. He's looking for more and more of that in this game.
Go,
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Hey, lock it. They can't hang with us.
Now the former Terrapin, this is Ty Johnson. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
Pull it together. Check 99. Check 99. Go.
On first down, Mixon. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. He'll get only a couple down to the 44.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down. Now the Dolphins are going to take another timeout here. And that's their 2nd charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Harper. It's caught. Nelson. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 26.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in the paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
But now the kicker. Can they cap it off by putting the ball in the end zone? And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
132 fighter. Alert 3. Check 3. Hey, Alpha. Ready.
On second down, Mixon, and not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5-on-3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
It's been a pretty long opening drive. This will be play number 11 coming up on third down. From the gun, Harper. Well, the 2 men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up fourth down.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's fourth down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. Able to move the ball on that drive. Yes, just 3 points, but 4 first downs were in there.
Yeah, and you can look at it and feel pretty good about the whole thing and think, okay, this should continue throughout this ball game. On the flip side, if you're a defender, it's almost like, whew, we only gave up 3. They moved the ball on us pretty well.
And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Off the play fake. Here's Haskins. This one into the hands of the running back, Balaj. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. They go play action with Haskins. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
And the Dolphin first down.
Ready up. Come on, 55. I'm going to take. I'm going back to you. Slam. He's coming.
Now the former 4th-round pick, it's Kalen Balaj. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
At the 38-yard line.
Ready. Check 55.
Play action. Haskins. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Now Balaj. And an alley to run. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. If there was one area that the coach emphasized in our pregame meeting, it was red zone offense.
And the sense I got from it, and I think you did as well, they weren't real happy with how they were executing previously, so they put a lot of time and effort into it because getting points is paramount. Doesn't matter what you do otherwise, don't leave the red zone without putting points on the board.
A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
44.
Haskins will throw. He's got it. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1 yard line. 3rd catch for him on this drive alone, and it'll give him a first down. Covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the Patriots' 4-yard line.
From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. They'll run here with Balaj. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Here's Haskins to throw. Haskins hit, and he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Patriots. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. Past the 20. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return and a Patriot touchdown. How about that for a momentum swing? You had a goal to go. Not only do you cough it up, but they pick it up and return it all the way for a touchdown.
And now you have to give oxygen to the entire team because what a letdown that was. Terrific drive. Looked like you're going to get points. Instead, the other team registers them on the scoreboard.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they'll be looking to start fresh. Just a moment ago, they were backed up, coughed up the football, and then saw it go the other way for 6 points.
I just wonder, partner, sometimes they put such an emphasis on things. And you know in that situation, as they ran out there, they were told, take care of the football, don't cough it up. And sometimes that's the last thing you hear, and that's exactly what you do.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Strip that ball.
They go play action now. Haskins. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. That one goes for 30 yards. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
They run it with Balaj. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Haskins, he completes this to Sutton. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 14. Haskins and the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's 8 for 8 now, throwing the ball to start the game. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Courtland Sutton with touchdown number 8 on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And that should give his guys a spark. He's up all the way to the 44-yard line.
Now that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
Ready, set.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
On the ready. Check 53. I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe it. 5.
Looking to throw. Harper. He's going to look deep down the field. And he can't quite intercept it. Zone coverage, free safety was there. Couldn't come up with it, and now it's 4th down.
And I feel like my man, Old Mo, momentum might be changing jerseys right now. How about what they just got done? They scored a touchdown their last drive. Now here's a 3 and out. Maybe momentum's getting ready to creep to the other sideline.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity.
And that's caught inside the 30. A big play there just before halftime. 51 yards. Throwing on 2nd down. Haskins. Wide open receiver complete. And they move this all the way down to the 9. It's a gain of 20 as we wind down near 20 seconds left in the quarter. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. On play action, Haskins. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal. On 3rd and goal, Haskins. And he goes down. It's a Patriot sack. Joey Bosa in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, so here we go for half number 2. The Patriots with the lead, and they will be getting the football. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. 2nd down, Haskins lets it fly for Thielen. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Josh Jackson. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Michael Brockers in on the stop.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Again, it's Mixon. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there.
Check, 53's Mike. Check, 53's Mike. Watch your slack, watch your slack. Hey, wahoo!
Back to throw. Harper. He gets it to Brown. Complete. And he's brought down, but following a pretty juke move that gives him the first down. First time they've looked his way in this game. He comes through picking up the first. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Go.
It's Mixon on the counter. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Mixon with it. Finding room to the 20. And all the way down to the 5. A big hitter there. A first down gain of 26 yards.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point. Going to make that defense stand up and stop them. The They come out here in the I.
22 jet bomber. What we got? What we got? What we got? Ready, ready.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
They'll run it with Johnson. And he's over the line and into the end zone for a Patriot score. Ty Johnson, his first touchdown on the year. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead. The extra point up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Unit as they run up and send this one away. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They find themselves down 17-7 as they start this drive 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Flush to his right. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Well, man's getting a little loose with the football there, right? Interception before, almost had one here. He's got to start taking better care of it.
Yeah, really should have been back-to-back drives with interceptions. He's lucky there. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Now we're into the 2nd half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7.
Watch the screen. Pass. Mike, 55. Check, 55. Mike. I got you.
And they'll indeed go for it with Haskins. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jerome Baker. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. They'll try to get the run game going. This is Mixon. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
60 Pittsburgh.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 13-yard line.
Watch it. Hey, lock it. Shoot.
Once again, they run with Mixon. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
On the set. 53, Mike. All right. Leo. Hey, let's get there. Check 3. Hatchet.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Joe Mixon with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Pats take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Extra point safely through, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep.
We all know that teams never want to use the word panic, but if they expect to win this game, it has to start right here, right now. That return just set them up for points, and it needs to be a touchdown, not a field goal.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Haskins now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Haskins. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Incomplete. It's 2nd down and 10.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. Here's Haskins again. And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. 3rd down. Here's Haskins. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. Back now in Foxborough. It's Dolphin football, but they trail here as we get set for the 4th. From the red zone now, Haskins on 1st down. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Jerome Baker right there in coverage. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense is well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. The Dolphins on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Haskins on 3rd down. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Able to get there and pick it.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
The Pats at the line ready to go. That turnover might just about do it. Here, 4th quarter, the lead that you've got, they can just run the football, run the clock.
Exactly right. They played smart, couple of 1st downs, and this one should just about be over.
That'll be a New England 1st down, a gain of 12.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Back to Mixon on first down. And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. Shaq Thompson on the tackle that time.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw through three corners, no reason to lighten up now. Oh, he sheds himself free. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Joe Mixon, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those two TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 17 yards for the Dolphins there as they've got themselves a first down. On first down, it's Haskins. And he will be hit from behind and run over. Wow. Joey Bosa racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Now it's Haskins. Forced out to his left. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd down and 12. From the gun, Haskins on 3rd down. Dancing to his left. He's got a man. It's Sutton that's complete. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 34-yard line. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Watch the run. They're running it. We play to win. Let's go. Set. 53. Get the ball. 22. Jet. Cover. 22. Jet. Cover.
Off play action. Haskins. Got a man open. It's Sutton. Charles, did I just hear that right? They declined the personal foul. 3 yards, they just declined them.
And I have to think that the official is thinking to himself, did I just hear that correctly, that you declined that one? All I can think of is that someone on the field got confused. Because it had to, because you're going to take the yards on that penalty each and every time.
And that'll set them back 5. From the the gun, it's Haskins. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. On 2nd and 15 now. Haskins, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Joey Bosa, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. The Dolphins on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and a mile. Flushed out right. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They've got it 2nd and goal as they look for a late touchdown. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. In for the score. And the Dolphins are able to cut into this lead. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Here's Haskins out of the gun. Escaping the pressure right. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that exit, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And a few kneel downs should come very close to finishing this one off, depending on whether or not we see any defensive timeouts. They still have 2, but using them would just be prolonging what's really already been decided. Whistles now and a timeout. And defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. Again, it's Mixon. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Now Mixon. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
Another good run for him. What else is new? That'll put him right at 150 yards for the game, so he's really made his presence felt in this one.
And he gets it away, and it's a laser headed for the sidelines. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?"
The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. Joey Bosa in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. After the sack on first down, Haskins. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a third down situation. Now Haskins, 3rd and long. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears.
Haskins hit, and he lost the football. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that's going to be just about all she wrote for this one. Oh, now look at this. They're lining up to add 3 more, little insult to injury here late in the game. And he missed it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't. Because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. On 2nd and 12, Haskins. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. So this will wind up a victory for the New England Patriots. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But some